What's up, YouTube? It's the Country CEO back in the house again, man. Look, got some more game for you talking about how the trucks that I recently purchased have been performing. And so today we want to talk about those international quad axles that I recently bought and how they are performing, right? Welcome back to the channel, subscribers, family, and friends. Good to be with you guys again. So, most of you know by now, end of July, I bought, end of June, I bought two quad axle international dump trucks. Just a deal I couldn't refuse, pass up, and jumped on them. And so they've been rolling now about 6 weeks. I think it's about 6 weeks, man. And really didn't intend to even jump them into night work, but they rolling at night too as well. So, but just wanted to give you an update on how they're performing, how they're doing, some things that I've discovered and things like that, right? So obviously, they are solid trucks. I think I'll say that at the beginning. That Allison transmission with that 515 Cummins, it's just all working good. Power upon power is no problem. Obviously, if you got a 515, you got the speed, but I'm not about speed. Definitely built thick single frame suspension. Hendrickson rubber suspension is doing great. The bed, nice size bed, don't have the doghouse in the bed, which is great. So the bed is performing well, dumping out and stuff of that nature. All right. Some issues we ran into. One of them was obviously, I think, when they spec these trucks, they didn't think about that you have to bag up to the asphalt machine, so you can kind of see where asphalt had been rubbing the asphalt machine had been rubbing hard on the brake cans. And so it looked like they tried to build a bracket on the back of there to protect the cans. But what seemed to be the easiest thing to do is on one of the trucks, they went from the big can, brake booster can, to the smaller can, and it doesn't touch at all on one truck. But so on the other truck, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to that smaller brake can in the back, and then the bar is still there. We're going to get that straightened up, and that'll solve that problem. Obviously, these trucks are 22.5s on the back, 385, 22.5 flotations on the front, which is not what we normally run. The triaxles have 425 on the front, 24.5 tall rubber on the back. So that's a little different. So although this truck sits up high, it has a low center of gravity. All right, did you get that? That's probably the biggest thing that I've had to just kind of process and see how I'm going to handle that. Because basically what happened was, on one of the personal jobs that I got for myself, it's a dirt job. And we're building a road, but it was a lot of dirt movement. And what we quickly found out is that the weight of those quad axles tore that ground up pretty quickly. It rutted that ground up so much so that 22.5 low center of gravity truck, heavy, rutting that ground up. We were cutting ruts in there like this, and it bent. One day I was in it. It bent my mud flap undercarriage under there. I had to go get it straightened out, and ended up on another job, same thing, dirt job. One of the guy I had on there, he bent the same thing and actually tore the under the fender off. I just got that fixed, and so here's what I discovered. But it sits up high. It's a truck that sits up. It's a tall truck, but it still has a low center of gravity. And what we discovered is that I'm going to have to be careful on some of the dirt jobs, because if the ground doesn't hold up, then basically that low center of gravity truck is going to be rutting through with that type of weight. You're talking about 75,000 pounds, maybe 80 in some instances, rubbing that ground. And the the dual axles under there, they were scrubbing the ground. I mean, you could see dirt on there. And so here's what I discovered is that those quad axles are going to be better utilized in just the milling, the asphalt. Now, does it limit me? No. It's just all about the ground. I'm going to still be able to do the road building with them and things of that nature. It's just that with so much rain we've gotten here, the ground is rotten here. And so if you got some rotten ground, then that may cause us a problem. And so all I did was just maneuver around, put the triaxles there, and then just take them, put them with asphalt and the road building milling, no problem. Didn't cost me any money. Didn't cost me any not being able to work them. It's just that I had to maneuver around. That's all. And so that's something that you might want to think about if you're looking at quad axles. If they're like mine, 22.5 low rubber. If it's a low center of gravity truck, you may want to look out for that. One thing that it did do, and this is a nugget right here. One thing that it did assure me though. Triaxles ain't going nowhere no time soon, because the triaxle is just the perfect combination of being able to carry a good load and still maneuver on these jobs and not be too much weight till it tears the ground up too quickly. Quad axles may be a little bit more heavier for that though. All right, still doesn't change my love and mind for quad axles. Things are trending bigger. Still got a new quad axle coming at the end of the year. All right, so that's the game. Look, Country CEO, hit the like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. This was valuable to you. See you in the next one. I'm gone.